What's up, guys? Work day. We are going to, well, I'll give you a little rundown of this blind DJ made. These fellers are already working. We are going to put the finishing touches on the paint job of this sucker. DJ just got done teaching these guys how to turn that into that.
Okay, you can see I got some basic stuff down on the blind. The reason I did that is, one, the deer are going to get used to whatever we put out there. But camouflage is cool, right?
Yeah.
So we want to do camouflage. So a couple things I want to show you. When you think of a tree, what color do you think of tree bark is?
Brown, gray. Like, yeah. And I have a, like, yellow.
Okay.
Type stuff.
When you look at these, how many colors is in there?
A lot.
A lot. But you notice
Shades of gray.
inside the bark area in the crevices, you see a lot of dark color, dark brown, gray. Out on the front, you see a lot of lighter grays. And you'll see it'll be even different depending on whether the sun's shining on it or not. So that's what we're going to try to achieve on the blind. The thing we're going to try to achieve, if you look across the road here, notice, if you just look at the grass in the ditch, looks mostly green, right?
Yeah.
But it's not all green. So there's a pattern there that the grass makes, but there's also random things in the middle of it. And you look at these pine trees, you can see the pine trees, but there's places where you can also see through them. So that's what we're trying to achieve with the blind. I put the base coat on it. That's a brown, dark brown and a gray. And then I came through and I put the lighter color on it that's going to be the color of dead grass. And Wyatt, you've hunted out there in that spot before. A lot of tall dead grass, right? So that's going to be the primary color. Remember all the tree rows out there? There's a lot of dead trees, right?
Yeah.
We're going to get started on is we're going to come in here with paintbrushes and we're going to put the gray on the front of this to where just the lines and occasional other things show through from the dark. Then we're also going to come through with some different colored greens and browns, and we're going to paint some leaves, we're going to paint some bushes, and we're going to paint some grass. So we're going to take the base camouflage that I've got and we're going to add stuff on it so it actually kind of looks like it's got depth to it. Here's your tree. We're going to put some bark on it that makes it look like it's deeper, and then we're going to put some weeds and some leaves over here that makes it look even deeper than that. And we're going to get paint all over us and we're going to have fun. One, we need to really start putting bark on these trees. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We got to do this all over the tree. We're going to come in here and we're going to do something like that. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be different sizes in different places. There can be bigger gaps. I'm just going to do a little bit here to show you guys.
Trees have bark in very random places.
So now, if you step back and, excuse me, sir, if you step back and you look at that, and you step back and you look at this, looks pretty similar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, that's what we're going to try to accomplish. There is no right or wrong. Nobody's going to get graded on this.
Good.
So, so just get started playing around, practice a little bit there. Yep, and you want to keep going the same, there you go. Keep it going that direction.
So I'll give you a quick tour of DJ's masterpiece. We're gonna watch Wyatt and Palmer paint stuff. Have Craig hang out and throw paint at me because he doesn't like being on camera.
That would be really fun.
I don't know what you're talking about at all.
Honestly, you're really fun.
And then watch DJ Picasso some of these here.
Oh yeah,
Leaves. Look at
quality
this.
work.
Look at the leaves. Look at those.
It looks good from a distance.
Looks great. Okay, so before I start painting, we're gonna go inside. Kind of show you what's up. So, obviously, big oversized door. Absolute surround of windows, which is pretty sweet. So we've got these big foldy windows, comes out of everywhere. This thing here is big enough that when we set it on the ground, I sit here, Hunter sits here, DJ parents sit back here. We can fit like a whole herd of humans in here, which is pretty sweet. A whole herd of humans. Big windows, so. I'm sure you're gonna see lots of video from on the inside of this thing. I'd imagine this is gonna get painted black in the end, right, DJ?
Yeah, it is. Put us a couple of taller viewing windows in too. You know, when it gets down to low light and we're trying to figure out if there's anything coming.
Oh, nice.
So put us in a couple of these sliders on each side.
I thought that was sandwich delivery.
Well, it could be, but hard to get delivery out where this baby's going.
So what do you make these out of again, DJ?
This was an old cattle rack that went in the back of a pickup. So, you know, so an old 6 foot by 8 foot cattle rack that slid in the back of a pickup that you used to haul livestock in back in the days. And I just come and cut out the ribs that aren't necessary and then put the arches on it. And then Jason Koblenz owns Pioneer Sheet Metal out of Karlsruhe, makes all this steel, and he gives me the damaged steel because he knows what we're doing to build the blinds out of. So it ends up being heavy, but it ends up being practically indestructible.
Nice.
So should be there for a long time.
Yeah. And then just you put steel siding? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's just steel siding like you would put on, just like on this wall here, only run it sideways. Because when you run it sideways, it'll wrap.
Sure. Nice.
Should last a very long time.
So in case you're looking to make a blind that you can fit a wheelchair and 38 people in, this is how you do it. Okay, I better go to work or else I'm gonna get kicked out. Okay, now time for leaves. Look at that thing. So how are you doing the leaves? Okay, so now we're just painting these little leaves everywhere. We're gonna do a few different colors of leaves and grass, but this is gonna take a little while, so I'm gonna turn the camera off and I'll turn it back on when we're done, show you the progress. Okay, I'm done with leaves. Can't really tell much because of this lighting, but I'm gonna boost this up in post. It's gonna look good. Probably looks good to you right now. See that? Oh, said getting on my Bob Ross. How you guys doing over here? Oh, it's looking good. Look at the grasses. We're gonna have overlapping grasses.
And we're doing that.
Ooh.
That aren't connected to the trees.
Ah, so those leaves are coming from the grass. Got it. Looking good.
Okay, now I have an idea.
Okay, so now I'm gonna start with grass. So we're gonna go 2 different layers of grass. One
However,
like
you don't
a
have to put the grass in that much grass.
greenish
You know,
grass
Why it's a little more random.
and one that's
Let's just do that.
a brownish
We don't mess
grass.
them up.
So we're in. All right, we are like putting the finishing touches on this guy. There's the after. Let's get some close-ups.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to go ahead and tidy all this stuff up, I'm gonna do a couple quick things here.
Yeah,
Then we'll go,
I think this side needs a little bit more clean.
Then we'll go get the lemonade and get some pictures and congratulate ourselves.
There's a good spot we're gonna sign.
If I got anything small enough for us.
Do you have any bright orange spray paint?
I do spray paint.
We could just get a little permanent markers in there.
And I do have permanent markers over there.
Really cool.
Got it help wet?
Yeah.
Put some green
Okay.
in there.
Good?
Oh yeah, now we got some
Let's let it dry for a
permanent
few
markers.
minutes, and then we'll go throw a...
I'm gonna take a few pictures of it, and then once it dries, we'll throw some SIGs on there. I'll make sure we get video of that. That'll be the shortest video I've made in a long, long time. Plus, we got all that nice B-roll for the movie.